Here I want to show you how to use this Electric Circuits Virtual Lab. Click on here and a Word document comes down here and I can open it up and I'll enable editing. The first 5 pages are an in-class activity that we're going to skip. That's not something we're going to focus on in this video. The next, on page 6, there's a link to this University of Colorado site, circuit construction site, and so I'll control click on that to open up this Java application. Okay, now I'll click on the play button and I'll tell it to save the file and then open it. Different browsers treat these downloads differently, and then run it. Okay, and here we go. So it says grab a wire. I can grab a wire. I can grab a battery. I can change the voltage on the battery by right-clicking on it and change it to 50 volts. I think that's what the lab activity asks you to do. I can put a light bulb in here. So I'm going to connect the side of the light bulb to the wire, and then the tip of the light bulb down here to the battery. I can put an ammeter in here if I want to, a regular old traditional ammeter. And I could run this wire straight down here, but just to make it look nice and tidy, I'm going to run an additional wire, and boom, there it goes. I've got 5 amps of current going through it. 50 volts, 5 amps. That must be mean the electrical resistance here is 10 ohms. Remember, the voltage is equal to the product of the current flowing through the circuit times the electrical resistance. I can right-click on this and pretend that I want to change it, and I can see that it's 10 ohms indeed. I won't change that. Now, if I wanted to set up an extra bulb in series, what I can do is right-click on this junction, split the junction, and then I'll move this, make this wire a little bit shorter. So I'll put the tip there and the side there. Now I've got 2 light bulbs in series, and notice that the electric current is 2.5 amps. Now if I wanted to make this, put 2 light bulbs in parallel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this light bulb here first. That effectively splits the junction. And I'm going to shorten this down because if I'm going to put them in parallel, I'm going to put them on top of each other. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this wire too, and I'll tilt this like this. Okay, it turns out that makes it a little bit easier. So I'll put 1 wire or 1 light bulb in. Okay. And then to put a second light bulb in, I'm going to put a wire here on the tip, come up here, and then I'll put another wire here that's effectively connecting to the side, straight up there. And then I'll grab another light bulb, rotate it, and I'll put the tip up, move the tip over here, and then maybe make this a little, tip over there, and a wire here. I've got to click down and hold it. There. That's 2 light bulbs in parallel. And notice that they're 10 amps. Sometimes when we add more light bulbs in parallel, we actually might get a fire going, but don't worry about it because it's not a real fire. Okay, I think you have enough hints now to go through and do the lab. One thing I should mention though is if you've got 50 volts battery voltage and 10 amps, that means the effective resistance of these 2 10 ohm light bulbs, the effective combined resistance is only 5 ohms. Remember, the resistance times 10 equals 50. Okay, so good luck.